Conventional wars are seldom fought these days. Nowadays, war between nations are more profound in the economic front. If you want to make sense of what I am going to tell you, just hang on around and cheers. Welcome to Sip and Talk with Vikram in our book reviews section. I'm Vikram here and I'm once again with my stack of books and a mug of coffee. So, cheers again. I have authored four books about life skills, and all of them have gone on to become Amazon number one bestseller ranking across various countries in the world in multiple categories. Besides writing, I read a lot, and people who watch this show value my recommendation for books. So, this is how the story of book reviewing began. Those who are watching me for the first time, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to stay notified. In this segment, I introduce you to books not only from renowned authors but also from new and independent authors. The objective is to encourage them further to continue writing some good craft and show it to the world. Here is a book that I have come across recently titled as Collaboration for Redemption. It is subtitled as A Story About Collaboration and Victory. It is also got a powerful punchline in the tagline which reads as Snatch back your rights, you own them. The author of the book is Satadal Lahiri. It is a self-published book by the author. It has 175 pages, priced at 250 rupees. This book is a biographical fiction. The author, Satadal Lahiri, is an engineer from IIT Kharagpur, an alumni of the XLRI, and an exponent of the prestigious theory of constraints from the Eliyahu Goldratt Foundation of Israel. He is passionate about reading and writing and has written and published 16 books thus far. The author has felt the pain of losing his friend Samantha Kumar Maji. Therefore, he has dedicated this book into his memory. So, without further ado, let's get down to the story. Conventional wars are seldom fought in the battlefield now. Wars between nations are more profound in the economic front, in the corporate boardrooms, and in the political arena. This story is about an Indian company whose rapid growth trajectory has become an eyesore for other countries who did not want India to grow beyond a certain point. Yet, when the company kept growing, the adversities came to align together and make a hostile acquisition. The people who had nurtured this company to its level of greatness were thrown out unceremoniously when the new management took over. The story opens with the final speech of Mr. Solomon, who was making an exit from this company. His speech raises many questions into the face of the readers. Then it takes a dramatic turn to a scene of Dr. Amit Ray, who was missing and was suspected as murdered. This is a true story with the names of the characters concealed and the situations have been changed for obvious reasons. The story revolves around a company which was built from scratch by a handful of hardworking people who were at various levels of management and operations within the company. However, one after the other, they all got eliminated from the company roles after the takeover and had to go on their own way. From corrupt politicians to megalomaniac business tycoons and hired extremists, everyone played their hand for the change of hands of the company. The company was called PECL. It had many stalwarts in the company who had taken the company to great heights. The global giants began feeling uneasy because of the arrival of Indian entity in the global scenario. So some multinationals from various countries got together to make this hostile acquisition. The political leverage was extended by the Home Minister called KP Sood. As it happens in most hostile takeovers, after taking the reins in the hands, the foreign conglomerates started dismissing the earlier management and installing new ones. Meanwhile, the earlier members, after being unceremoniously shown the door, went into different domains of life. Ram Singh Rathod became an owner of successful private hospitals, whereas Arman Bailey went back to his cricketing world. The leader of the team, Mr. V. Manivanan, fell prey to cancer but never forsook his dream to snatch back the company from the foreign dominion. He started to get in touch with his old teammates. He had the vision to bring the old team together and snatch the company back from the predators. The most prolific members of the team, Mr. P.B. Solomon, chose to join politics, and in an effort to get an influential ruling party member called BB or Vibhuti Bhushan into the thick of the things to give him the access to the ministry. Now, this was a game plan as a part of the entire scheme of things. Meanwhile, there are two subplots developing within. The newly constituted foreign conglomerate DPEL, as it is called after taking over the PECL, had started to capture the pharmaceutical market through dubious means, and one of the most honest doctors in Mumbai, Dr. Amit Roy, had discovered the nefarious intent. The foreign management of the company got him eliminated through an extremist group. Now, this extremist group had also been running riot in the district of Bastar and had killed the aspiring ruling party candidate. Amongst the prolific cadets of this militant outfit was Jay Singh, who had been forced to join them during his economic crisis, which had spiraled into a low when DPEL had dismissed him. However, under the aegis of Manivanan, the estranged group of employees get together through various calisthenics of time and vow to take the company back to where it belonged. With a long tussle of collaborative effort, the old team, however, get their acts together to overthrow the acquirers and reclaim the entity for their country. To reach at the crux of the matter, Tina Roy, the wife of Dr. Roy, had employed a sleuth or a detective called Kumar Sinha, who had extraordinary powers of process thinking and psychological assessment. Kumar Sinha made a scheme to get all the old members together to hatch out a plan. The basic need was to throttle the company and make the Indian government act against it. To achieve this, they needed someone who could bait the tainted KP Sood. Now they got hold of the ambitious mistress of the politician who could get much closer quarters to the minister, and this is Preeti Bhanot, who walked right into the trap of the masterminds. This process brings about strange discoveries, and finally, the tyrannical regime gets overthrown through persistent and strategic efforts. Through the narration of Kabir Sen, the head of corporate communication, the mystery gets unveiled of how the guilty gets exposed and how the Indian government win backs the company to their fold. Now, here's my take. The story is laced with contrasting emotions like corporate cunningness versus loyalty, political misdemeanor versus deceit, uprightness versus corruption, commandeer versus extremism, opportunism versus intelligent motives. It is a journey of the triumph of fair intentions and the ever burning impulses of patriotism. It symbolizes the strength of collaboration and sense of purpose and the relentless pursuit towards a seemingly difficult goal. However, we all know that if the inner will is strong, anybody can move mountains. It is another case where India fought for economic freedom and won against a particularly difficult enemy. This book is a lesson that collaboration with like minded individuals can give success to any endeavor with passion and devotion. It's a gripping narrative, and the book is absolutely unputdownable until you finish it. The cover of the book is quite impressive and attractive, with the pawns shown with a crown. That means it doesn't take the extraordinary people to do extraordinary. Sometimes ordinary people can get together and deliver extraordinary results. All the subplots are based around different situations and emotions. Hence, there is a variety of things to read about. The uniqueness about all the subplots in this book is that they are relevant to all types of people and social segments. The story is a straight narrative and the language used is simple. It is suitable for light reading and entertainment. I wish this book wide acceptance amongst the readers and I recommend this book to you. So, my dear viewers, I would like to read your feedback about this show through your comments in the comment box below. If you like this video, please share it to as many people as you can. The link to buying this book is given in the description box below. And thank you for watching. Namaste.